for you. Are you able to? You ready? Go for it. It's fine. Yes.
In 1995, Hannah Field was an ordinary educator from Chicago, Illinois. That is, she worked until she began researching papers for history. Then Hannah's life became anything but ordinary when she stumbled upon information about blacksmith people of missing art. She became determined to track down the art as a huge fan of detective movie. Hannah suddenly found herself staying in a mystery of her own.
Alright, stop right there. Alright, so far in this passage, what do you guys see? What are we missing? Is there anything we're missing?
She became determined.
Okay, okay. Determined. This one, and what's another one?
A huge fan of detective movies.
Okay. Say it again. Okay, perfect. Alright, so far we know that Hannah's going through a phase where she is going through history and she is finding different things about the pieces that she has found. There's a word in there that I see that is priceless right here. Just bring it right here. What does that mean to you guys? Priceless. Okay. Sorry, not enough space. Not a lot of money. And is there anything else that we're missing from here? We're good? Alright, let's move on.
Hannah was researching a government program called the Work Progress Administration, WPA. This program, which ran between 1933 and 1943, put millions of unemployed Americans back to work. Most WPA jobs involved physical work like building roads and bridges, but the program also provides jobs to thousands of artisans.
So in this section, I see we have the government program. What is that program for? What did you guys read? What is the program for? Unemployed. Okay, and what else do we know about this program? And physical work, perfect. Are we missing anything? Is there anything important that we're missing? Oh, yes, right.
I don't know.
If your hand's too close, it's going to register the movement. Oh. So you see the top? So down.
The first one.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Yes.
At on dot with 9. At on dot with 9.
Perfect.
No.
Hold on.
Good job. Is there anything else you're missing? Good job. Ready for three?
Mary,
Your picture.
America life in Europe. This is a thing appearing in life that world. They involve a type, one, five, situation, some type, shoe, food, and other clothing. They were meant to guide American that's why in their country.
Perfect. Thank you. Alright, so in this passage, this section 3, what are we learning in this section? What are we
Right fishing hard food others of the food when they don't except the price in the country.
Yes, these are some places that the program that we talked about in the second one they're opening it to the public, to the police station, city hall, school, and other public buildings. So, what are you understanding from that?
That they give opportunities to get
Yes, they're giving opportunities for jobs, that's good.
they look like people that
Here, opportunities for jobs.
Move your hand like further away from the pen so that you're holding it like this. There you go.
Is there anything else you're missing? No? Alright, let's move on. Good job, guys. Right, number 4. So in this session, what are we learning more about the morals? What are we learning?
Routines are what influence the look of Mexican words.
Good, and what else are we learning? What else do we know about that? There's a
Ready to interview WPN honestly at Cambridge.
perfect. And when she interviewed this person, this is a primary source or a secondary source? Good job. So we have the primary. can stop and discuss. So now with the information we have so far, we know in the first section. So now we're gonna come up together with some details that we did highlight and circle to find out what was the purpose of the WPA art. Yes. Good. We have one that to show the artists their works. Good. Can I have another one? Yes.
Fire station.
Say it again.
Fire station.
Okay. They gave different opportunities to other places like fire stations. What else?
They were meant to give Americans a sense of pride in their country.
Say that one more time.
They were meant to give Americans a sense of pride in their country.
I like that. Do we have one more? Okay, and interviewed. Okay. So let's break that to a detail. So how are we gonna write that? So we have opportunities. Get it again? We did get that. Opportunities for the public places, giving people the pride in America. Okay. To show the artists their works. Yes, we did mention that. Interviews, okay. So can someone tell me how you're gonna write that in a sentence for your detail? I don't have to be a long one. So how would you write it in your detail? Yes. Yes, I love that. The WPA is giving the people an opportunity to show their artwork. And what else? And offering them jobs.
Yep.
Did everyone get a chance to write it? When you're ready, say I. Perfect. Alright, we'll move on to the next page. Alrighty, so what are we learning in this one?
Britain died in 1992,
Okay, and what else happened?
and she was able to speak with Britain's president about the art.
And what about his art that attract this person? Yes.
She missing two pieces in the blood.
Say it again.
She got put compared and contrast by the blood.
Are we missing anything? That we know that he lived in Denver. That the mother tracked the number. She called the number when he passed away, and she reached out to the partner about his art. You think she should have called before? Let's move on.
After doing more research, she learned about a set of heroes called scene of invention. The subject of this huge work, painted on 9 times 10 foot panel, was of American workers are experts consider it to be a priceless piece of art. One of Hannah's book said that the scene of invention was at Highland Park High School, just a short drive from Hannah's house. She played with
So what are we understanding in this session? What are we understanding?
that she was interesting about
Okay, so we're understanding that she's interested in his art.
and she was able to see what anything was different. She was also interested in scenes of nature.
Good. You can type it instead.
Oh, sorry.
That she's interested in the arts. There's a word I see again. That's in the
Priceless.
Priceless. Good.
You can work.
And when someone say priceless piece of art, what do you mean? Like, what emotion does that bring to you? Not good. Not good. Okay. So is it a positive or a negative?
Negative.
Yes, it's a negative. And what else that's negative in the passage? Like, what else that she's expressing about this art that's so negative? Or even a positive? Her luck, okay.
The conversation made Hannah either want to Brian so she wanna Brian being him first.
Okay. So she's urged to know what's going on with the art piece. She wants to learn more about it. Okay, let's move on.
Hannah was thirsty with excitement as she dared the school's memory. Then came disappointment. She was told that there wasn't no distance at the school, but she wasn't ready to give up. Hannah tracked down the school's fine arts director who asked the entire school staff if anyone knew about the murder. As if it turns out someone did. Many years earlier, a long-time staff member had discovered them in the attic of the school.
Thank you for reading. So, what's going on in this session? What's going on? Yes, what?
She was boyfriend was telling her she done with school, but then she came there and she was told that there was a new girl at the school, but she wasn't ready to give up.
Good. So there's a lot of excitement and a lot of disappointment going on, but she is very determined. So what made her so determined? Where can we find that in that session that she's determined to continue? Yes, go ahead.
As she dialed the school number, then she became disappointed. She was told that there was no grant at the school, but she wasn't ready to give up.
Okay, she wasn't ready to give up. So if you guys were in this position, what would you do? Would you do the exact same thing? No, what would you do? Give me your experience. How would you do it? You would give up? Why would you give up?
Stop doing it.
Okay. So now we're gonna stop and discuss again. Before we do our discussion, are we missing anything?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, now we're gonna stop to discuss. What did Hannah's research reveal about Britain's no, I'm sorry. What did you understand about his art? Like,
They were perfect. Perfect and they look nice.
okay, yes.
Hannah tracked down the school finds art. The rector would ask the entire school staff if anyone knew about the murals. As it turned out, someone did.
Say that again.
Hannah tracked down the school's finds art director, who asked the entire school staff if anyone knew about the murals. As it turned out, someone did.
Okay, so she's determined. And you said Price's piece of art. What else is going on?
There's disappointment.
Yes, there's some disappointments.
And she's still interested
She's still interested. Yes.
And many years later, a long time, the staff members discovered them in the attic of the school.
Also, now we know where we can find this piece of art. So how are we gonna write that? How are we gonna write all this information to our this guy? Okay, so one at a time. So I'm hearing after all of this, we found some piece of art. What else? She didn't give up. Okay. So how are we gonna write that in our little sentence? And it don't have to be long. Perfect. Yes. So she said, after all of this, she was determined, and her determination had helped her find the art that she was looking for. I think if I was in this situation, I would be determined too. I would want to know if there's even just the art or there's other arts going on. Because sometimes there's some artists, their work is not shown because it comes too late. They don't make it. But she's lucky because, yes, he has passed away, but she's been very determined. And maybe his art can be posted because of her. No, there was no phone back then. But we had other interesting things, even though we didn't have phones. Look at the pictures. We have all these materials.
They are completed. No. They have no electronics back there.
And this time it was more of hands-on. So like you guys have technology, and their time they didn't have technology, so they had to use more of hands-on, their knowledge, understanding to build things. And it took a lot of teamwork. I don't know if you guys noticed in the photos that there's a lot of people working. So this take teamwork. You think if she did it on her own, she'll be able to find?
No, but she found the attic, and there's someone because of someone. Yeah, there was someone that brought into the attic, and they saw the book.
Good, good. Let's continue. So there's a picture that I'm looking at.
Right there, with the cover. The boy teacher.
So yeah, what do you guys think is going on in that picture? Okay, she's talking about reporters for her discovery. You think she's excited?
Yes. She's smiling.
Good, good. And is that a primary source or secondary source?
Primary.
Good. Good, good. Primary because of the interview. All right, next reader. Taken. So what do we understand that is going on?
The room was taking down his door, and then for 40 years they stayed in the attic because it doesn't cover.
Okay.
Compare and contrast.
Just compare and contrast.
Dylan, sit down.
So do you think all her hard work went to waste, or
No,
you think it was positive? I agree with you. Why do you think it was positive?
Because she finally found the book that was such a for 40 years.
Mm-hmm. And what else? You know it was hung in the school library. Are we missing anything?
Yeah. She would have gotten there on the moon and taken it back.
No, stand down. Anything else?
No.
Are you sure?
Longer than more left in the attic as the years passed, art styles changed, and the painting of the wide pink space seemed to seem old-fashioned and out of date. Around the country, many of the murals were painted over and even thrown away. It was only thanks to detective work that seemed signs of industry was rediscovered. Hannah explains it was like a puzzle, making all the coins and putting them together.
Okay. So let's help our friend. What are some important things? Yes.
As cinnamon.
Say it again.
Cinnamon.
It's as the years pass. So is there something that's being compared?
No.
Not necessarily. Just because that's there doesn't necessarily mean it's simile. This is showing me time has passed. So this is more sequence or setting. Go.
Old fashioned and outdated right here. Oh, it also goes with sequence and what else are we missing? Say it again. Oh yeah. What else? So do you think the art's been continuous or did it stop over the years?
Sit down. Sit down.
I don't think so. I think it's been going, and at some point, as time been going, they were painted over.
And some dog went away, and the only place that had to take place was that scenes in industry.
So what are we hearing about the art? Was it a positive thing?
Positive.
Okay. And why do you think the people threw away these arts?
Didn't work. No. Yeah. They thought it was priceless. Yeah.
Yes, that word again, priceless. People thought the arts were priceless.
They thought it was not worth it. So it's just like
So what can we say? What did Hannah really do to make all of this become known? One at a time. Yes.
She didn't stop searching.
Yes, she didn't stop searching. What else did she do? Her experience, good. There's a word in my mind that I'm looking for. Keep going, guys. We're almost there. Did she make an impact or not? Yes. Yes, she made an impact because she didn't give up. Alright. Is there anything else that we're looking for in this area?
Yes. Discovery.
Good. She rediscovered.
Means again, it was like a puzzle making all the colors in this way.
And what does rediscover mean to you guys?
Again. Discovered again.
Good. Try again. She didn't give up. Okay. And what did she explain? Like, how did she explain the way she's recovering? What was the phrase that she used?
It was
Yes.
like a puzzle making all the colors putting this together.
Good. I don't know. I just like the hearing of it. She kept going after all these years. Good. All right, let's keep going. Are we missing anything?
It was the puzzle making all the balls.
Next reader and writer. You guys are doing a great job.
There was great excitement at the school about Hannah's discovery. Experts carefully restored the mural and the school made plans to rehang them in its present-day library. Hannah was even invited to be the guest of honor at the ceremony to share the medal for the first time.
Alright, so what's going on here? Is there a positive thing going on or a negative thing going on?
Positive. It was great setting at the school about Hannah's doing everything to restore the medal and the school made plans to rehang them.
Rehangs, okay.
It is present-day library.
Yes. And was she invited somewhere?
Yes. To guest of honor at the ceremony to show the medal for the first time.
How do you think Hannah feels?
Excited.
I think she's happy too because she just made an impact. What does restore means?
To do it again. Put it back again.
Release.
Oh, repair to
Alright, let's continue.
Hannah was extremely proud of what her detective interview about national newspaper. She said, "Wow, I don't believe that. I helped those audience were happy that I learned these pieces of history."
Good.
Oh.
So we know that she is proud for her work. What else?
Work has accomplished in interview by a national movement. She said, "Wow, I'm amazed that I have achieved this. I feel really happy that I helped bring out these pieces of history."
She's happy. I'm sorry. So there's so much excitement going on. She's positive. She's happy.
I think she's proud of her.
There you go. Yes, she is very proud. And there's a word accomplish. What does that word mean?
To succeed.
Succeed, perfect. Yes. Yes. She interviewed the national newspaper. Alright, let's continue. Back on 12. On 12.
Persistence. Decades.
Okay.
Possible.
So, in this passage, what do you think our central idea is throughout all the ones that we have read?
Don't give up because you might find where you're looking.
Okay. Never give up, okay. So the decades of hard work. When you hear that, what are you feeling about that? Okay. Her as a person.
She doesn't give up.
Doesn't give up.
Yeah, and she believes in herself.
She believes in herself. Determination.
She's gonna take time.
Do you guys think everything Hannah has done, you guys think you guys could do probably the same thing?
Yeah.
When things are hard to like try again, be determined till you get there? I know you guys are testing, so you should use some kind of determination for your testing. Alright, let's go to our topic discussion, and this will be our last one. So, what were some results of Hannah's discovery?
She found out.
And then what happened? Work together in your groups, come up with something.
She doesn't give up.
So, one result, Hannah's work was not quite. Say that louder so everyone can hear you. Okay. She brought out some history that's been silent.
Yes, that's it.
What's another thing that happened throughout her discovery and her journey? Yes.
There's two other determination. She finally found a reason that she can treat my two of them.
Good. Can you say it louder so everyone can hear you?
Thanks to her determination, she finally found a house and now everyone can see it.
Good. So because of her determination, now people's arts could be shared because of her determination. She didn't give up. She kept fighting and she got her results. Now art can be shared everywhere, even in schools. And then say I.